It's been years. But the events are still etched in my memory. Lost worlds, frozen in time. New discoveries, waiting behind every door. Across every chasm. I didn't know then the path this adventure would send me on. But it lit a fire that still burns. I need to see more. I need to go further. To uncover the secrets of Atlantis. Some legends are destined to be retold.
Peru is the very first level in Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. It's a starting point for all of us beginning the adventure, and for some of us, it's also return home.
It's not a regular remake, it's a reimagination. The things that players fell in love from 20, 30 years ago, and how would they imagine it right now?
We start the journey in Peru, in the Andes. Beautiful location. Lots of classic Lara Croft and Tomb Raider iconography from the first Tomb Raider, obviously.
You verify this location that Natla has, initially coaxed you into the adventure by. And that music swells, you're stepping into the snow. It's that classic globe-trotting adventure beat where you're like, cool, I'm in a new space, and what's going to be behind the next corner?
I remember very well the very first intro in the mountains in Peru. That was like one of my strongest memories with her.
And from there, it's going in and discovering the story of this lost Incan world and this battle that they had with the invading conquistadors as you're trying to find the Tomb of Qualopec.
The long-hidden, long-forgotten place that actually no one in our fictional world actually ever been there.
So there's mountain caves, city of Vilcabamba, Lost Valley, and Tomb of Qualopec. City of Vilcabamba historically was raided by Spanish soldiers. So we included this story in our version of Vilcabamba. Even starting in mountain caves, you may notice like a battlefield, and the gate actually served as, a bastion for Incan people to hold against the Spanish. But historically, they got in, right? So as you go through the various tunnels and caves, you will notice signs of struggle, of fight, of traps being triggered by the Spanish soldiers, and all of those like subplots present in the environment.
And the environment there, the art there in Vilcabamba in Peru, it's fantastic, it's amazing. It's like easy to delve into it and to feel it. The sense of mystery, the sense of excitement that Lara also delivers in her voice. Like we, as the players, we discovered Vilcabamba.
Key locations that you may have remembered when you played the game, whenever you first experienced it, we're trying to basically re-spark that joy that you first felt when you experienced them again.
We did a big research regarding the first Tomb Raider 1, Tomb Raider Anniversary. We checked what guys from Crystal did in Anniversary Edition. We checked all games, all documents and maps, everything that was possible. And we tried to be as close as possible to the original game.
We started with the Anniversary Edition. We've checked what was there, what content was there. We've recreated the levels with the usage of Unreal Engine possibilities. We wanted to show beautiful vistas, for example. We wanted to open them as much as possible.
It's just really exciting. I actually learned a huge amount about the Incan Empire from back then by doing this game. It was really interesting.
There needs to be a layer of more than authentic in there to really give it that Tomb Raider sizzle. And so when we do things like Incan ruins, the megalith walls look fantastic in engine, but there's additional details on top of those megalith structures that make it feel like this is a society that has developed somewhat in isolation, and it's a new version, but still very faithful to the origins of that culture.
So for example, in the Inca land, the ancient language of quipus, which is tied knots, we've incorporated that into one of the puzzles to stay more culturally authentic. All of us in the team care a lot about the different cultures and making sure that we celebrate those through thoughtful cultural explorations.
Every single walls are, having the angle like 5 to 10 degrees, something like that. They have a trapezoid shape of the doorways to preserve the building from earthquakes.
We leaned heavily into the historical Incan architecture when we were designing the levels. So in a way also affected our traversals and such, because there were certain limitations to what we can add and what we shouldn't.
If you squeeze your eyes and if you try to remember when you played Peru, it's literally all green. We can try to bring this memory, so we use a lot of plants, a lot of greenery through the level, and that's our key color that we want to use.
Everything is similar to original game, but in our reimagined version.
To make sure people feel that it is the same Lara that it was 30 years ago, but a little bit different.
As you progress through the level, you start noticing that, hey, some things are out of place. They don't really belong here, but they are part of this Incan structure here. As you go through the level and then you encounter dinosaurs and you're like, what's up with that? And then you enter the Tomb of Qualopec and you start noticing, there's even more weird stuff going on. I definitely want to see live reactions to all of the areas we designed and how people receive them.
So I'm super curious how fans and how players react to it.
Peru is a combination of very talented people who put a lot of their effort into this, including me. And I remember playing this game as a kid for the very first time. I hope the feeling that caught me back then is the one that you will get playing this one.
Now, what would you hope to discover in Peru? Begin your adventure and pre-order Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis now. Now, if you enjoyed this look behind the scenes, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on the socials at Play.
So you start with T-Rex chasing you with an extended chase sequence. Duck, jump over the log, use your grapple, jump over a climb, you fall into the river, then things happen. You close the door behind, you think you are safe, but then boom, T-Rex bursts out of it.
It's a roller coaster.
When you're in Peru, the first enemy that you encounter is a wolf. So that really helps teach you a couple of different things about the game. Not all of the enemies you're going to fight are humans. You're going to fight animals. Animals have different behavior that you have to get used to it. You have to learn how their tactics work, how they move around the combat, and how do you position yourself in order to fight it.
For the wolves, we got some kind of pack behavior.
Don't play into their game. You can do the dance with them, but don't play too close to what they want to do. There was a bunch of wolves, and I see just 2 in my field of view. You probably are in more danger than you think, because they're around you.
A singular wolf isn't a very serious threat for an experienced adventurer like Lara. But they are dangerous in packs, and you may get overwhelmed.
Of course, the first time you fight the wolves will be a little bit toned down, so you get the hang of it. But really, the future fights with the wolves really train you one thing in particular. Move or die.
Different types of animals will bring different types of challenges. While one wolf can be challenging for you to do it, a single bat wouldn't. So when the swarm of bats come over, that is a different type of enemy that you fight.
Just bam, 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 bam. And you feel like you hit some of them, but then you don't, and then they come at you more, and it just...
For a new player, and one that has only encountered a given enemy type, there may be a lot of chaos. But I believe that chaos is just a pattern that is yet undiscovered.
You really need to use the space, you need to always play on the move, you cannot tank it. You cannot just stay on the spot and shoot. I mean, it works for a short time, and then you die.
You may feel safe when you enter an open space, but then you hear a roar of a bear which is charging at you at full speed, and then you realize why there is so much space, right?
Fighting a bear in a small corridor won't feel really nice. Like a bear demands a lot of space, otherwise it will look weird.
As soon as you saw it, and as soon as it starts towards you, you're like, oh my god, I have to go, I have to run now. Oh, I'm supposed to kill this thing too?
The bear is clearly still going to be a bear fight, but the type of bear you're fighting is one that actually theoretically have existed in the region that you're in, just at an older time in history.
I don't want to spread rumors, but last time I checked, the bear could pull you off a ledge and drop you to the ground when you were trying to escape it, so climbing is not necessarily the safe option. It may even jump right behind you as well, so listen, I'm just the arena guy.
Everyone is kinda most excited about the raptors. They don't even remember what they exactly doing in the original games. They are mostly excited because they are dinosaurs, right?
Raptor is a really good showcase of how you can make a creature encounter be fun, how you can give it personality.
We really wanted to push that overall kind of vibrant feel, right? Almost like a coral snake. When you see color, that's danger. I see that thing, it's bright red, and it's really dangerous.
And they go berserk. If you fight a bunch of them and then only one left, we have this thing that basically makes the last of the raptors more aggressive. It really shows like how special you can get something like a creature to behave versus just fighting a bunch of humans.
It's tense because you're fighting them, but it's also rewarding when you get the upper hand. When like a raptor is like leaping towards you and you're like dodging out of the way and you see them like stumbling down, and also like the relief of when you finish the encounter, like you survived.
T-Rex was definitely a big challenge for us. The way we approached it, and this I don't want to spoil what we did exactly, I want the players to discover it for themselves. When we had a team for Peru, we also had specific team for just the T-Rex encounter to cover all of its, impact.
You're surprised and terrified after every sequence, every second of this really insane boss fight. It's a roller coaster that you're not driving.
There is something about that moment as a kid, teenager, and a giant T-Rex comes out of a poorly lit environment and it just starts chasing you and you go like, oh my god, what is gonna happen?
I've never had to fight a bear in real life or a T-Rex. It's exciting, right? Like I get to go and fight a T-Rex. How many people get to go and fight a T-Rex on a Tuesday? It's a great thing. It's a great privilege as an actor. Do you want my T-Rex impression? I'm doing.
So the T-Rex is probably one of the biggest departures from the way it was originally expressed in TR96 and even Tomb Raider Anniversary. It went from a standard boss fight type of scenario into something that's much more of like an action set piece moment. And it just became clear that in order to kind of do this the way that probably even the devs back in the day wanted to do it, we had to kind of expand the scope.
We had so much fun bringing the old T-Rex of TR to life. We tried to push the fidelity of our game models as far as we possibly could. I think we landed on something that I personally have not really seen in a video game. So we're really, really excited for players to get in and run from the T-Rex.
It's the very beginning of her journey. Almost everything what Lara do, she succeed. But that changes, and after Peru, basically nothing goes according to the plan.
What does it take to outsmart what's hunting you? Put your skills to the test in Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis pre-order today.
Been halfway across the continent looking for you. Hard woman to track down.
Well, you found me.
Ms. Croft, I hear when it comes to retrieval, you're the one to hire. This isn't about glory or money or making the world a better place. This is a puzzle, buried in centuries of silence. You don't strike me as someone who walks past a locked door without wondering what's behind it. There's a reason I can only trust you with this.
Gotta say, you captured your good side.
You're assuming I've got a bad side.